I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy?
Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
First down, Justin Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pick.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you know.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
For the extra point.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the 39-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 86 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Barkley on the carry.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's by himself. Keenan Allen, 30. 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing. Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. L.J. Collier. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At their own 25.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, That means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing again here. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass, intended for Tyler Lockett, incomplete. Derwin James on the coverage.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Touch 50, touch 50.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Seahawks 7.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They didn't really.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Chargers 13.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
2-yard line.
Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
By the Chargers.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
First down and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that, They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 40.
Herbert back to the air. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third and 2, Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second down at 4. Herbert throwing again. Will drop this one off to Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. To the air again, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. And he'll bang that one through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And now Herbert a little unsure of things, so he's going to go ahead and call a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken it around the 40. So we have reached halftime here. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
For the Chargers.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Again, Wilson. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
18-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Pass complete.
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play. So
here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
After the penalty, they go in Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and 14. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Herbert, and he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Return team.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
1-minute 1st down.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin with a quick throw out left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
46-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
first down. Barkley, he will push his way down to about the 14.
Saquon Barkley.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Second down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Wilson's pass.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Herbert's pass.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Again, Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And it's complete. Henry, the 30, 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Complete.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Today's final score, Seahawks.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, the win means they'll finish the 1st half at a respectable 5.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my